Here we go again. Welcome back, everybody. We are the beer podcast with a comic book problem. I'm talking about comic books and cold ones. You know where you are. We talk all things comic books and we drink all things beer. I am joined, of course, I'll save my introduction for later, but I am joined, of course, by, oh man, he has quite a name, and it is Yekam, son of Yekoom. Growl, roar.
Thank you for introducing me, KMac Kin Coom.
Oh, no, there we go.
Welcome again, everybody. We're here to drink some beers and have some fun. And it's that time of year when the sun gets up early in the morning and we get a little restless legs or restless wings and need to go travel the world to get some rest and relaxation. So we are doing our summer Comic-Ation episode.
Yeah, last year we kind of went a little lax on our Comic-Ation. We just worked too hard, overlooked it. But this year we have the Wanderlust and we're doing it early.
We saved up our ducats so we could take a long flight to get to where we're going this year. So one of those once in a lifetime trips that you only get to do once because you may not have a life afterwards.
Correct.
where we're going.
Correct. High adventure, high danger. That's what we like. Our middle name is Danger. Comic books, danger, cold ones. That's us. Oh, but I'll start it out if I can remember. If you have any emails you want to send us, you can send them to comicbooksandcoldones@gmail.com. Is that right? That is not right.
cbcgo@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's it. Something like that. Comicbooks_cold ones on the Instagrams, I think.
Yes.
And at CBCO for the X Twitters. CBCO podcast.
Yes, sir. CBCO_podcast.
There we go. We've been on our Comic-Ation so long. There is no cell phone service where we went, or Wi-Fi. We can't.
There's no service because it is an ecotourism dream.
It is.
Where we went, and it was off the grids and maybe onto the griddle for our Comic-Ation. But we do have a shout out today, and this one's a little apropos because it's in the vicinity where we take our Comic-Ations. We are having a shout out to Hiroshima, Japan.
Heck yeah.
All the good things for our listener that listened to our last episode on WrestleTopia, or one of our former episodes on WrestleTopia.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. And we were just kind of Googling around, and Hiroshima has quite the craft beer scene. It has a journey to local flavors, so much so that the guy wrote a whole Medium article here on it that we get a look. But there's a Sessions Brewery, Hiroshima Neighborly Brewing, Hiroshima Kita Brewing, and just beyond the city is Onomichi Brewery in the scenic town of Onomichi. And what makes Hiroshima craft beer unique? Local ingredients, of course. Hiroshima is known for its lemons and oysters, and some breweries incorporate these into their original beer creations. Have you ever had a beer in your oyster?
I have not.
I have, when they make oyster stouts up here. Up here, they make oyster stouts a lot in Maryland, which are traditional stout made with oyster shells in it.
Interesting. What did you think of them?
It's very good. It adds kind of a glassy glaziness to it.
Oh, really?
A silkiness, yeah, I should say.
But that doesn't not a flavor, just a texture thing.
Yeah, it's more of a it doesn't add really the brininess that you expect because they really just use the oyster shells, if I remember right. But it adds a kind of a smoothness, kind of like making it a little more Guinnessy, similar to taking a regular dry, like a regular stout that you're used to, and making it closer to something that's unique, like a Guinness, that you can definitely tell the difference between other stouts when you try it.
Interesting. Wasn't there a rumor they used to use some kind of seafood in Guinness, if I'm remembering correctly?
I'm sure. I always thought they put beef in it.
Beef. Maybe it was beef.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe they put a
Oh,
oyster
well,
in.
according to the Reddit, today I learned 256 years, Irish beer company Guinness used fish bladders to filter their iconic dark stout.
Yes, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
I believe fish bladders are called isinglass. If I remember my.
that's what you're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, you said it.
I'm Yekon, son of Yekoom. It's in the name I wrote down.
Oh, you can go. Oh,
KMacs
here's
drink.
another thing. You can there is, if you just Google Hiroshima breweries, there's a website, couple of down, breweries map, and there's an entire map of all of them.
Are they close by? Can we do them all in one trip?
There are
Is that something we're going
35
to
of
do?
them, so yes,
Is that something we're going to do on a Comic-Ation?
that's something we
Before,
should do.
on our start of a combination, guess where we start out at? Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be apropos for certain reasons that we will not discuss, but we'll let the listeners infer that.
Yeah.
Because where are we taking our Comic-Ation this year?
Oh man, we took our Comic-Ation to the fabled and historic Monster Island of the Marvel Comics universe.
Dum bum
Yep.
bum.
Also known as the Isle of Monsters or Monster Isle.
Monster Isle, or in the original Japanese, Soya Kaikyo, or La Perouse Strait, in the
Gotcha.
Sea of Okhotsk in the North Pacific Ocean, located between Japan and the Kuril Islands, which are disputed between Japan and Russia.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But when we're on island time, which is what we're going to be, we need some island beers.
We sure do.
And so
We
that's what
sure
we're going
do.
to be drinking here today. Sometimes we do beer tiki drinks. Today we're just doing straight up beach beers for your enjoyment. And K-Mac and I both got a couple.
Beach beers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just got beers, so whether or not they're beach beers, but I guess you could probably call my beer a beach beer. My beer comes to you from the Lagunita's brewery.
Oh, okay.
So far, so good. It
Of
is
California, Petaluma,
Petaluma,
California,
California.
with
Yep.
an outpost in Chicago, Illinois.
That's right. That's right. And my beer is called the Beast of Both Worlds.
Beast of both worlds.
Yes. And their website has quite the write up. It is an unlimited release, which I think it's probably more of a limited release, but they call it a bi-coastal IPA, right? Islands are bi-coastal, baby. All they got are
coast.
all coastal. Yeah. And so the website like I said, has a great write up. What fresh freak of nature is this? Hazy flavors without the haze, West Coast hopping without mega bitterness. Quite the contrary kaiju towering before you, double dry hopped with a fruity blast of citric mosaic, yet finishes super smooth. The beast is truly the best of both worlds. Release the hound. And the style says that they looked at what made West and East Coast IPAs both good and not so good, combining the good, juicy, clear, crisp, and cutting the bad, filling haze and bitterness. It is unlike traditional IPAs in that it isn't hazy. Whoa, that's what they say. Now, the specs on this beer 8% ABV. So it's one of the higher octane. They say no rocket science necessary on that one. IBU's 48. And the OG, which measures solids in the wort, original gravity. We've talked about that. It's been a while though.
Yeah.
Before the fermentation is 1.07. I don't know what that means, but sure.
What was the
they
ABV
call it a limited
again?
release. 8.
8. Ooh,
Yeah.
zuz.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah,
zuz.
and just to a little bit of I don't know. So I found this at a local liquor store in a 6-pack for $4.99. So I think it's probably going to be a limited release because Beer that does well doesn't end up in the store for $4.99.
No, not
So,
usually. Doesn't make
not
the 4.99
usually.
shell.
No, but I brought my Fin Fang Foom tiki mug because I'm just going to drink the beer
Oh,
out of the tiki mug because
oh, that is one of the greatest tiki mugs in the world. Whoever gave
it
you to
is.
that must
It
be the
is.
greatest
He
podcast partner ever.
he sure is. He's known um as the son of Yekoom.
Yes. You have to introduce me by full name, Yekam, son of Yekoom.
But that's my beer, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try. A little cautious, but it's beer, so it should be fine.
It should be good. Lagunitas doesn't do bad things. Have been in
Yeah,
Lagunitas Brewery multiple times in
yeah,
Chicago, Illinois.
yeah. I was
They do
actually at
hops
a
well.
Lagunitas. I had a Lagunitas last night. Actually, their regular
Wonderful.
IPA. I almost got just regular Goose Island IPA because we all know geese can be monsters,
They are
and so
terrifying birds.
that is this world's equivalent of Monster Island is Goose Island.
And for my beer, I got a little one that we've from a brewery we featured one time before on this podcast
Yeah.
out of what's it? What part of Connecticut? North Haven, Connecticut. Not New Haven, but North Haven. Abomination Brewing Company.
Oh yes.
As apropos, it's a hazy IPA that
All
goes
right.
by a little name called Beach Monster.
Nice. Perfect.
And yes, and as it says here, a juicy, hazy India Pale Ale, perfect for relaxing in the shores of whatever sea, lake, pond, river, or bog you haunt. They are
Nice.
known for making grotesquely monstrous cans and naming their beers after them. This is the most apropos beer I could ever find for a show about Monster Island. Sitting on the shores by Monster Lagoon, enjoying the sun while things nibble at my toes, fingers, heads, and nose. And it's a hazy IPA. Like I said, it comes in at an ABV of 6%. They do not tell me anything more about the hops or anything used in it, but it does say store cold, drink fresh.
Oh,
So that is
interesting.
what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Drink right now.
Yes.
All right. How do you say cheers in Japan?
Kampai.
Kampai. I didn't expect you to know that so fast. I was Googling.
Oh, having been a
Having been
multicultural
there.
person to hunting down monsters around the world, you always start first in the land of kaijus, Japan, drinking your last drink that you think you'll ever have before you go hunting said monsters. Now you're in a big opaque cup, so I can't tell what color it is. So what kind
Me
of
either. I'll
hazy?
drink my next one in a.
Oh, he's decanting now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Yellowy,
not.
not hazy, really.
Yeah, it's golden, more of a
Yeah.
golden color. Yeah, as opposed to mine, which is the classic
It's
hazy,
hazy.
orangey golden. Notes of citrus and lots of floral.
I think they should have kept the hazy in this.
Too dry, too what?
Too syrupy.
Too syrupy.
Yeah.
Coming in at 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little too syrupy, I think. Also, it may not have the bitterness, but it has the dank taste, the dank throat.
So it
So
has the California dank on it.
yeah.
West Coast dank.
We'll see though. I'll give it a complete can of a chance.
You haven't said its monstrosity yet.
Not yet.
Well, we got our beers and we're ready to go. But the first things is, as always, we got to figure out how to get there to Monster Island. It is a little bit of difficulty on
Yeah.
Monster Island because as U.S. citizens, travel is banned by the U.S. State Department to Monster Island, so you cannot get there, with the exception of a couple loopholes. One of those loopholes is you can volunteer to work on the UN Watch Station for Cryptozological Observations that is on
Perfect.
Monster Island. So we got to sign up for that to get in there and maybe have a degree or two to be the forewarning system before monsters take off from Monster Island to destroy the world. The other hack is you could be a resident of Staten Island.
Where did you find that?
All you need to know is at one
Oh, here
point,
it is.
the monsters asserted authority over Staten Island via a 17th century treaty they had, thus laying claim to Staten Island as their own. And of the islands in the U.S., Staten Island is probably the closest to Monster Island as it
Probably.
gets. At one time, Deadpool became king of the monsters of at least the Staten Island extension of it.
That's right. I remember that. Now, Monster Island has always been off the coast of Japan, except for a brief period of time where somehow it ended up in the Bermuda Triangle.
Correct.
Yeah, and so I think most Monster Island appearances are from that period of time too, because the Monster Island appeared in every single issue practically of Warlock and the Infinity Watch.
They do start
And
out on
what's
Monster
that?
Island, yeah. They do start out on Monster Island pretty much the whole
Yeah,
time. So, yeah. The first
yeah,
time they had a running series, probably. Yeah. Only time.
yeah. And except they really didn't feature much of Monster Island. It was only them inside the castle on Monster Island.
Yes. Monster Island made its first appearance in Fantastic Four on August 8th, 1961. So, Monster Island
Number
was
one.
there at the beginning of the Silver Age.
Yep, it was the
And the Air Marvel Age.
transition from Marvel doing monster books to Marvel doing superhero books.
Correct. It
Yeah,
represents the handoff
yeah.
between Journey into Mystery, Fantastic Fantasy, Strange Fantasy, all those things, handing off to the world of spandex and
Superheroes.
superheroes. Yes.
Yeah, and science.
Yes. And the slogan for Monster Island is where ecotourism meets getting eaten tourism. Eco travel meets getting eaten travel.
That's funny. You got to be very careful. I mean, we almost got eaten a few times.
Always, always.
Mhm.
And who's your host with the most when you get to Monster Island?
Well, of course, it's the ruler of Monster Island, or he's most of the time the ruler of Monster Island, Mr. Harvey Elder himself, the Mole Man,
Yes.
the first villain of Marvel Comics
The
in that era, right? In the new
yeah,
era.
the slit-eyed, sunglass wearing,
Mhm.
staff carrying, cape rocking, large nosed man who
Mhm.
considered himself a monster, and that's the reason he moved to Monster Island, because he was shunned by the rest of humanity and adopted the ways of the monsters and became their king.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It,
mean, Mole Man's, he has, impressive Marvel Comics history. He's faced off against many, many, many a superhero.
he's always showing up, and he's not always a bad guy.
No.
He's an in-between guy,
Yeah,
and
sometimes he's trying to help. Sometimes he's the
yeah,
landlord. Other times he's trying to conquer the world.
and he's one of the few first. He got Monster Island recognized as a country. Went out of
That's
his
true.
way. He's a diplomat, small in stature but big in footprint,
Yeah,
but not as
big
big as all the
brain.
other footprints that are made on the island by all the
Yeah.
other residents. But no, yeah, I think I've read Fantastic Four 2 or 3 times before this, and this is the fourth time, and I always, you always catch something a little bit different, and this time I really just focused on the Monster Island and Mole Man story. So
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah,
like,
and
where we got to go, Monster Island.
Monster Island.
What's going to happen there? I wonder what.
Yeah, I don't know. Why do they call it Monster Island? And they end up going back a couple of times. Whenever they have those like anniversary stories, or they want to revisit the FF's first adventure, they end up back at Monster Island.
Yes. And very much like our trip to Latveria, where all the resort staff was one person.
Doombots. Yeah.
Here you got countless number of people that are really going to help you with very big beers, and your resort staff is made up of nothing but moloids.
Right. And we know they're hard workers because we've heard about their work with the High Evolutionary. If you remember our big swig of the Evolutionary War, them moloids helped them build an entire nuclear facility in Mount Wundagore.
just overnight almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They they don't take time off. They don't care about overtime. They just work.
No, pretty much anything you need whenever you want it, the moloids would be there to get it. Almost too much. They were almost too much, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. They just end up dying because they work so hard.
Yeah, except like,
they work through werewolf attacks.
They do, but when we were on Monster Island, I put down my beer, and then right away I'd have another full beer in my hand. It was perfect. That part was great.
It was amazing. Although you had giant peepers looking at you the whole time.
You did. That was a little weird.
Little gold domes with big eyes looking at you, setting up things the whole time. You're like, oh no, I don't need to take a shower just yet. I don't need all the food just yet, Moloid. But they're funny little guys. So who's gonna win when we get AI robots or Moloids? Who you gonna choose?
Well,
or Doombots, or basically they're Doom. Who's a better worker, a Doombot or a Moloid?
I would say probably a Moloid, because the Doombots tend to become sentient or think that they're Dr. Doom, and they give you a little bit of attitude.
Or once they do, they just blow up for no reason.
They do that too, yeah.
You're like, oh shit, Doombot. Yeah, Moloid's got no attitude. They just work. They're awesome.
So it looks like they were created by the Deviants.
Yes. Most of the monsters on the Monster Island were created by a number of the monsters on Monster Island were created by the Deviants. Many of the other monsters on Monster Island came from outer space to conquer this world.
Beasts of both worlds.
Yes. Indeed. That's what makes Monster Island so fun. It's a conglomeration of all types of monsters, including, supernatural monsters at times. So, but the biggest monster and the honorary resort owner, and he is officially in the 616, is none other than Japan's biggest celebrity of all time, Godzilla.
He's really an official Marvel Universe character?
He's the official Marvel Universe character.
Interesting. He's probably an official DC Universe character too.
I don't know if he is or not.
I think the JLA just fought him.
Yeah. First appeared in May 1977 in Godzilla #1.
Yeah, Justice League just fought Godzilla and King Kong in 2024.
Man, he's crossover
crossover character.
Maybe there's a dimensional portal in a little place called Monster Island.
Maybe. You remember Dinosaur Island in the DC Universe? It had a portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Godzilla disappeared for a number of years, somehow returned to form that was similar to his original appearance. Godzilla was among the monsters used by Mole Man to attack the surface world. Godzilla and the other monsters were then repelled by the Mighty Avengers. That was the last appearance of him in the Marvel Universe, which was Mighty Avengers #1, which came out in 2007. It was a Frank Choi comic.
Oh yeah,
so it's been a while, but
yeah, I have that Mighty Avengers #1 actually. But not #7 somehow. Did you know that S.H.I.E.L.D. has a Godzilla squad?
I did not know that until we started this journey.
That's impressive. Makes sense.
And they also have a monster squad of the remaking of the Howling Commandos, which a couple of the monsters serve on eventually, that we will discuss today.
I saw that Monster Squad movie. That was pretty good.
It was a different movie. That was an
Different
awesome
movie?
movie
That
in
was an
the
awesome movie.
80s that I got free preview tickets to,
Oh,
and it was
really?
awesome. And before the movie, we got to choose, me and my boys, we got the poster for free because they hand them out. We got to choose which of the
Nice.
Monster Squad members we were, and I got to choose the kid with the leather jacket, so the older one, who ended up killing two monsters.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
I
was
didn't see that in
dope.
the theater. I rented it from my VCR multiple times.
Mhm.
So it was a great movie.
Yes.
It's like Goonies, but for monsters.
Yeah. You got and Frankenstein goes good, and you kick Wolfman in the nards.
He
Amazing.
kick Wolfman in the nards. Kick him in the nards.
Which is
You had some Van Helsing action in that movie.
yeah. The only way to take out Wolfman, as we found,
Kick him in
silver
the nards.
bolts or swift kick to the nards. And we didn't see any Wolfman. There are Wolfman multiple times in the monster comics, but other than Godzilla, we do have another big dragon guy who's the number one probably monster in all the Marvel universe and the hostility director for
Mm-hmm.
Monster Island. And he's the boy with them
Mm-hmm.
Daisy Dukes on. Got them
He
Daisy Dukes
is.
on. Rung them Daisy Dukes. And who am I talking about, KMac?
Talk about Mr. Fin Fang Foom. He loves some Daisy Dukes.
He's got them purple Daisy Dukes on. Got
Yeah.
them Daisy Dukes on. And one of his go-to monster moves is to grab people and put them in his Daisy Dukes.
Hey, if you got him, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to put you in my shorts, he says a couple times in recent fights. Which has got to be terrifying.
It must be, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Fin Fang Foom is one of the longest running Marvel monsters. Quite an impressive beast too. And he's gone from being a monster to being a short order cook, if I remember correctly.
Oh, he's on
When they
lots of
shrunk him down.
from outer
Oh
space.
yeah.
Fin Fang
Yeah.
Foom, the shape-shifting alien being from
Maclu
Karanatharara.
yeah. Also known as Maclu 4 in
That's
the
much
Maclu
easier to
system.
say.
Yeah. In the Greater Magellanic Cloud.
Yes. So that's where all our asteroids and things come from, our comets or
I
whatever.
know.
Yeah. But he's the reason the
and
Chinese
all
draw
space
dragons like they were.
dragons.
Yes.
Space dragons come
Space
from it.
dragons, yes. Yep. He is by far my before reading this stuff, well, he was my favorite monster. He's probably still my favorite monster, but maybe running number 2 to another guy we'll discuss. But
Yeah.
he is awesome.
Yeah, he is great. He I don't know. He's just whenever I'm reading a comic and Fin Fang Foom shows up, it makes me really happy.
So I read the recent, not too recent, about probably 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had he has an appearance in, I can't think of it's Captain Marvel. Monica Rambeau leads a team with Elsa Bloodstone, Machine Man, and a couple other guys. And Fin Fang Foom's attacking, and he describes why he likes eating people so much. Why does Fin Fang Foom like eating people so much?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. So there's the could be the flavor, could be the texture, it could be the fiery attitude of humans.
Those are all close. It's basically because they're crunchy hydration.
Oh, nice.
Humans, that being that large of a monster, you get thirsty, and humans are basically 80% water with some crunchy bits of flavor. So it's basically like ramen.
That's a
It's
good
like
point.
this.
Yeah,
This is amazing ramen.
that's awesome.
Enough to put them in your
Crunch,
pants
crunch,
to save it
crunch.
for later.
Yeah, well, and that's the best way to store ramen
Put
in
them
your
in
pants.
shorts. Yes.
Yeah, that's where I put my ramen. But yeah, as the hostility director, he will torment you and chase you around the island unless you can somehow evade him and just avoid being killed.
Constantly on your case.
Yeah, he is.
While Godzilla is the most famous, he's probably the de facto monster of Marvel's
He's
Monster
always
Island.
pushing those Daisy Dukes on everyone.
It's just He's just like, bum, 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 there's Dukes on, bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
there's Dukes on. It's his favorite song.
Everybody get the Daisy Dukes.
He loves it.
Yeah. But you need a tour guide on Monster Island who can protect you from the monsters. Am I correct?
You need somebody to show you around and make sure
Mm-hmm.
you don't get eaten by Fin Fang Foom and be crunchy ramen to him. So there's
Yeah.
only one guide I trust. And it's because she inherited the tour operations from her father.
Mm-hmm.
Got a sole license for such tour operations. That's one Elsa Bloodstone.
Yep. Daughter of
Monster Hunter.
Ulysses Bloodstone.
Yes.
And we featured her in one of our Boogity Books and Beer Tober episodes. I don't remember which one, but
The one
and
where
then
with
we
Legion
also
of Monsters.
Legion of
Where
Monsters. That's
she
right.
ended up leads the Legion of Monsters, but she inherits it over for her dad, Ulysses S. Bloodstone, who has taken on a few of these monsters from the 50s comics when they first debuted.
Yeah, and we also did a what was it? We did the Bloodstone hunt on. Was it a comic book theater one episode we did on the
Yes, Master Books
Bloodstone?
Comic Theater.
Yeah,
Yes,
on the
the
Bloodstone hunt.
Bloodstone Hunt. Yep.
Yeah, the Captain America story, which also really good if you're interested in fun times that don't really involve that don't involve Elsa Bloodstone at all, or Ulysses Bloodstone, but it's a fun little yarn we enjoyed.
And Elsa Bloodstone has become kind of one of those side characters where you know you're going to get a fun story when she appears in Marvel Comics, sort of like Silver Sable, Deadpool, who she has an on and off kind of flirty romance with when she's hired to kill him when he becomes the king of the monsters. She was in Next Wave was the name of the team that
Oh yeah,
Captain Marvel headed up with Machine Man and
I
Elsa
forgot that
Bloodstone.
she was on Next Wave.
Yes,
Did you read any of that?
I read the first issue because it had our favorite Fin Fang Foom in it.
Ah, yes, I have not read any issues of
Yeah,
that.
so I wanted to read that one. But no, she's a fun character. That has the one-off stories that when she shows up that maybe a limited run series here or there. So it's always interesting.
Yeah, and her stories obviously always involve some kind of Marvel monsters,
Yes.
which is good because it's not you don't really have to be too familiar with all the continuity and everything else. You can just read them for fun and not have to think about it too much. But she's a good character, excellent tour guide. She can take you to places like the monster volcano,
She'll take us on
the
all
Mystic
the
Cave.
excursions to see with the rest of the directors that we got to go through here. But when we get to our Eater Trek guide, yeah, she's the one that signs us up all for our events of the day. But to keep us safe and secure, we have two people. We have from the outer worlds one Goom from Planet X who came to conquer Earth
Of
and
course.
did not succeed and became a resident of Monster Island. And he's the security director, keeping everybody safe and secure as the potential ruler apparent to Monster Island. But he's always backed up by his insecurity director, who is KMac.
Oh, it's Gugam, son of Goom.
Always in the shadow of Goom, and to let you know it is
Yeah,
Gugam,
these
son
guys
of
look like
Goom.
giant bobbleheads,
Yes.
but
Giant
they are
bobblehead raisins.
yeah, they are ancient Marvel characters though. Tales of Suspense 15 for Goom, and then Tales of Suspense 17 for Son of Goom, both 1961. So they've been around for the Tales of Suspense 15 is 1960 actually, but yeah, they have been around forever in Marvel Comics.
Yes. And there he starts the long tradition of monsters begatting monsters. So in this one.
Yes, and in Marvel 2-in-1 number 2, which the new Marvel 2-in-1 that was written by Chip Zdarsky that involved Thing and Human Torch when the rest of the Fantastic Four were post Secret Wars, kind of gone from the universe. Those two went to Monster Island searching for some equipment from Reed Richards, and there was a battle going on, or at least the it was contested who was actually the ruler of Monster Island. Mole Man and Googum, son of Goom, were both saying they were in charge of Monster Island, so they decided they would have an election. Whoever killed Thing and Human Torch would be elected that way.
Yes.
And it's fun. The dialogue is funny because Googum, son of Goom, and Mole Man are constantly interrupting each other because both of them believe they're in charge of Monster Island.
Indeed. And in Monsters Unleashed, when Goom and Goom Gam try to save humanity, Goom is always showing up Goo Gam.
Yeah.
So much so that it shames Goo Gam because he's saved by Doctor Strange one time, and then he goes after Doctor Strange because he's so shamed.
I almost finished reading that story. I have like 1.5 issues left, but it was. I didn't expect it to be good, but it was pretty good actually.
It's fun romp.
Yeah, it is.
It's because also Bloodstone comes out and there's monsters, but there's also a one-shot 3-page story where Goom is telling a young Goo Gam bedtime scary stories. And who does Goom tell scary stories to Goo Gam about?
Fin Fang Foom.
No.
Godzilla.
Somebody that threw Fin Fang Foom to space is one of the scary stories he tells.
Oh, goodness.
This is not the person you think would be the bane of monsters, but many of these monsters also appear in this guy's comics, and he beats them as a monster himself.
Oh, the Hulk.
Yes. So
that's crazy.
And Mama Goo Gam or Mama Goom tells Goom not to tell Goo Gam Hulk stories anymore because it'll scare him too much.
There are so many cool Marvel monsters.
Yes. And they just keep, what I've liked is the modern, writers bring them up to use them from time to time. Even throughout the 80s, they'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to tell a story this week. And I'm sure Stanley's like, we got a bunch of monsters.
Use one of the monsters.
Use one of the monsters. So, those are a security director and insecurity director. But when you're going eco-traveling, you're also there to get one and commune with nature and let your mind go to ease. So we also have mental health and relaxation coordinators, and it's also a shared role by two people who have the power to control minds and hypnotize everybody. And the first one is one of my favorite monsters now because I never really read anything without, but it's Orgo the Unconquerable.
Orgo looks awesome, by the way.
Who serves on the Howling Commandos as their main resource computer runner guy, strategist.
He looks like Clayface, but his face is a Jeep.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, he's got big headlights.
He got big headlights for eyes. Yeah.
And a grill.
Yeah, he's a very coolly designed character. Strange Tales number 90 from 1961. So these are all like pre-Fantastic Four number 1 characters, right?
Yes.
Almost.
Also a guy that came from outer space and was thwarted by Ulysses S. Bloodstone. But his big scheme was he thought he could take over the world by himself by hypnotizing all of the world. But to his dismay, while he hypnotized the entire population of the world, his hypnotization did not work on one Jojo the circus gorilla, who proceeded to beat the shit out of him when he didn't get fed.
That's crazy.
That was his great downfall. Went back to outer space and got beat up because Jojo the circus gorilla took him down.
Man.
He fell asleep.
Now, don't lie to me. You were hypnotized by his eyes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
I'm blinded by science from Orgo. He eventually does have a kid himself that's Zorgo, son of Orgo the Unconquerable.
That makes sense.
Yes. Who serves as Deadpool's bodyguard. One of Deadpool's bodyguards as King of the Monsters. But he thrives in chaos situations, and he doesn't care what happens to Howling Commandos when he's their strategic leader behind a computer. He's not a field member of the team, but was because he's too big to fit into the equipment. He
That makes
enjoys
sense.
chaos.
He can. So his race has the
He
power to
also does not
mentally
believe in the
alter.
supernatural. Sorry, he does not
Oh
believe
yeah,
in
I
the
saw that
super.
too. Yeah, well, I mean that's just pretty wacky sometimes, right?
Yes.
Like he's a science guy. He can mentally alter reality at the level of molecules. Um, they can teleport. They have telepathy, super breath, telekinesis, telekinetic flight, molecular reconstruction, cryokinesis.
Yep. Yep.
Oh wow, he's one of the Marvel Ice characters.
Yes.
And chronokinesis. He can summon combatants from the past to help him battle in the present.
Yeah. It's basically what's his name? Not Kang. Immortus. He's Immortus.
Yeah. Man, thank goodness for that gorilla.
Jojo.
Jojo. Wow, like man, dang.
And he does
That guy
eventually
can do
go
a
through
lot.
therapy to overcome that trauma of Jojo beating his shit.
That's smart. You need to.
In addition to Orgo, who I love now, is also one character that I had a comic with back in the day with the Hulk, Zimnu the Titan, who looks like a big, uh, abominable snowman with a
With a helmet.
with a helmet on.
Yeah. And he's another alien.
Yes,
Wow.
and I had one of the early Hulk comics where he appeared in the 80s, and he basically looks. Well, he reminded me of the Warner Brothers red hairy monster with tennis shoes that fought Bugs Bunny every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's white in this one, yeah. But he
Yeah,
also has hypnotizing powers. You don't know really what he does, but he's mainly known for his hypnosis, even though he's a monster.
I read the issue of X-Men where Shadowcat and Magic went to Monster Island to look for a mutant girl. And he was one of the monsters that attacked them there.
Yeah, he doesn't attack him. He just kind of stares at him, walks around him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's the
Yeah.
one that like stares at them. And famous quotes: "Television in your home, television on your phone, television by your bed, television in your head. Don't you remember?"
Mm. No, I
Zemu is a
don't.
creature from yeah.
He has all these powers too. Oh, his
Yeah.
best one though is gas mimicry. He can exist indefinitely and without a physical body as a gaseous cloud.
All the powers.
All of them. Regeneration. He can convert people he fed on into human Zem hybrids under his command. How did these guys not rule the world?
Circus gorillas.
That's how, yeah, circus gorillas. There are no circus gorillas on Monster Island for a reason.
Yes. Yeah, he's also super smart. That's what I remember. Yeah. A genius in the fields of cybernetics, robotics, aerospace, and genetic engineering.
Yeah, so
But
the Marvel
he gets
database has
tied up
quotes
because
for him. Go ahead.
well, he gets tied up because imagine having to go to the dog bath every week to keep clean. All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a bit much. He's a little furry there. Grizzly
Yeah,
Adams going on.
you got to get a flea dip once a week with all that hair.
I know.
Especially on Monster Island. Come on.
I didn't realize that the Marvel database had quotes from all these characters until you read the TV one. There
Yeah.
now, Orgo for some reason doesn't have quotes.
Yeah, it's
Gugum
up.
has the best
It's up.
quotes because he's only
It's
said two things.
okay.
Behold, I am Gugum, son of Goom. That's it.
That's his number one go on.
That's his number one quote. Yeah. Does Fin
It's a
Fang
good
Foom have
line.
quotes? It is a good line. 8 quotations by or about Fin Fang Foom. Nothing good. But anyway, I was wondering why Gugum kept saying, "Behold, I am Gugum, son of Goom." That, I think, is all he knows how to say.
Well, his dad kind of traumatized him in whole stories when he was growing up.
That's
So
true. That is true. Yeah, but we have some echo trekking to do too, and we have our
it's the whole
echo
point of our
tour
trip
guide.
is to see
I know.
nature in its finest
Yeah.
in the flora and fauna of Monster Island. And there's only one guy to take us that way, this way, or the other way with 3 heads to lead us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tricephalus.
The leading monster created by the deviants, who also helps look over the island, the Tricephalus.
And you can drink a
Lead
beer while you're
servant.
riding them. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. Lead servant of Mole Man.
I wonder why, when Atlantis attacked, right,
Yeah.
with the Serpent Crown, why didn't they use this guy to help?
Would have been a big help.
Would have been a big help.
Got 3 heads, giant, can fly, big old hooves.
Regeneration.
Yeah. Powers. In addition to his superhuman strength and flight, Tricephalus can breathe fire from each of his 3 heads, has regeneration, and the ability to regrow a head. His feet are 4 feet and capable of tearing through the hull of a Quinjet. Big old boy to ride on top of while you're trekking
Yeah.
up and down the different landscape of Monster Island.
And I'm glad he's back on Monster Island because those assholes with Roxxon captured him for a little while.
Yeah. Well,
So brought him to Phoenix, Arizona to fight the Hulk.
it's not his native environment. There's no way he likes hanging out. You know, there was that famous song, "Sitting on a Corner in Phoenix, Arizona,"
Yeah, written by our favorite
with the
folk singer.
Tricephalus swinging by me.
Yeah, written by our favorite
There's a,
folk singer,
there,
Rick Jones.
yeah, there's a Tricephalus over there trying to get my eye. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. But Rick Jones successfully defended Phoenix, Arizona when he blew off the monster's middle head.
Yes. But then they
Yeah.
also go over to Benson, Arizona. Is that the only appearance of Benson, Arizona?
No way.
No, Benson. Benson looks like it has. Let's see how many appearances in the
Benson,
Marvel universe.
Arizona better have, I mean, it's Benson fucking Arizona, right?
Oh no, it just gives me the state of Arizona, not Benson, Arizona.
Ooh.
Like, so yeah, maybe the only appearance of Benson, Arizona.
Maybe. The Fantastic Farmhouse is there.
All right, now Benson, Arizona. Point of interest, yeah, Fantastic Farmhouse.
37 appearances.
Points of interest in Benson, Arizona.
Oh, the
Mahou
brewery.
Brewery.
All right, I gotta see what that is. There's no link, but
2 appearances. It must have been where Captain America fought Warstar and in Galactic Storm.
Yeah, I had
And
no
then where
idea.
the Fantastic Four was hanging out there at one time. Gonna have to maybe start a brewery and call it Mahou Brewery.
Yeah, because it's not real.
Yeah. No
But you can have,
CC.
but you can have Avengers versus Shi'ar
I
in
could
there.
have Tricephalus triple
Yes.
right there. My brewery beers found themselves a triple called Tricephalus triple. Come on.
Yeah.
While you're riding around his back, seeing all the sights of Monster Island, which is what we're going to go do next and see some of the attractions. And I'm going to let you in a little secret here. They all have one thing in common usually. What's that, K-Mac?
The attractions.
Yeah, yeah. What's the one gimmick they usually have in
Monster this, monster that.
Yes, just like the name of the island.
Yeah.
We repeat it. And so
Monster
we have
Volcano.
Monster Lagoon, Monster Volcano, Temple of Monsters, and the Monster Monastery, the Mystic Cave, all monstrous locations. Well, we'll start
Yep.
off on the beach with my beach monster beer, drinking it, and at the Monster Lagoon where you can enjoy a swim while the native
Yes.
fauna nibbles your whole body. we've got
Yeah. It's a little creepy.
we got a lifeguard to watch over us, and that's one gigantus. Not to be confused with somebody we'll get to that's more famous, but gigantus, the fish monster giant uh, from the city of Mu, in the underwater city of Mu, which became a place for the monsters also to live.
Interesting. Oh, the Lost Continent of Mu that sunk.
Yes,
That one.
yes, yes, yes. Gigantus came from the underwater city of Mu, where his king sent him to invade the surface world. When a prop builder named Mr. Baxter, probably the owner of the Baxter Building, created Olvar to be bigger than Gigantus in order to challenge him for the authority of over Earth. Olvar's so like they have the Monsters Unleashed like playbook,
Yeah.
and like like uh Mu is like 100 feet tall. Olvar is
Mhm.
like 600, like 1,000 feet tall when they release it.
Yeah,
Like just
it's so
dwarves.
yeah, it's so crazy too that all these monsters were created in like this 1960 or 1961, right before Fantastic Four #1.
Yes, they had a hot thing going.
They did.
Olvar has the orange trunks of his lifeguard, fin on his back, can swim, super duper. So yeah, he's the best guy to watch you when you're swimming around the Monster Lagoon.
That's true. That's true. Keep you safe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everyone has to wear the same colored shorts though, which is a little weird, but that's okay.
unless, well, you can wear the purple ones like Fin Fang Foom if you want.
Oh, yeah, you saw me. I was wearing those.
Yes, yes. Because he's got to be a lifeguard because your aquatics director may take you on some wild rides. One Monstro the Menace.
Yeah, Monstro the Menace is scary. I'm sorry. And he's speculated to be a mutation from atomic weaponry, which so he's one of the first non-aliens we have here.
Yes. He is a native monster.
Yeah.
Well, Gigantus was also, coming from the city of Mu, close by.
Yeah, and
But
then there was the
he's
other
native
deviant.
to the sea of Okhotsk. Okhotsk. Also was destroying things for Roxxon.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Roxxon was like, we're getting some monsters. Here we go.
basically he's a giant octopus kraken monster. Possesses large tentacles like any octopus, which can use to bash and grab objects. Unlike most octopuses, Monstro can survive being on land. So
Nice. That's a good thing to have for an octopus, right?
well, yeah,
To be on land.
especially when you can come up and hang out with your buddy Gigantus,
Yeah.
helping the tourist enjoy the day.
Yeah, I read some of the story where Roxxon brought Mentalo to Monster Island to mentally control the monsters to attack Japan. Um, it's a brilliant idea, right? Maybe not to attack Japan, but like bring your own psychic, although he double crossed them and killed all the Roxxon cronies with the monsters.
What you gonna do when you're Menelo?
Yep, exactly. I mean, Mentalo's got a Mentalo. What do you expect? But there's not only beaches and swimming on Monster Island, right? There's
Oh
other
no
things
no
to do
no
too.
no! You gotta go someplace to plant your flag. Which Monster Island does have its own flag. Did you see that?
I did. It looks like Wolverine sliced a little bit of their flag.
Yes. From the Marvel Atlas, they do have a little flag with two castle towers. I think they're castle towers. They're supposed to be
Yeah, I think
a
they are
flag
too.
in the top left that looks kind of. It's got a gold star with
Mhm.
four other gold stars and a red background. Kind of looks like the Chinese flag a little bit, but I don't know. And then on a white background and 3 slashes like
Mhm.
the Godzilla slashes or Wolverine slashes with red.
Yeah, it
I
is
don't
pretty much the Chinese flag.
I don't know who the monstrous Ross was that sewed the first
Oh, it was definitely Goom.
Goom
Yeah.
Goom Ross sewing the flag for the monsters when they when they took over.
or I mean, Rorg could be Rorg Russ. Rorg has plenty of hands.
He's got the arms because he
Hmm.
is our tour guide to go up the top of Monster Volcano as the spider-armed alien alpine guide.
Yep.
Also appearing in September 1916 Journey of Mystery number 64, Rog, the king of a planet of spider-like aliens who believed themselves to be superior to other races, decided to conquer Earth like they
Yeah, it
were
makes
doing
sense.
monthly. Yeah, but he went to New Mexico.
Yeah, and similar to the bedtime stories about the Hulk, Goom told Googum a story where the Hulk seemingly killed Rorg, but it turned out to maybe only be a story.
Yes, yes, and so yeah, Rorg originally got beat by a thing that beat a lot of nature's creatures in the 1960s. That'd be one DDT. Not only took out him, but took out the genetic breeding of bald eagles at the time. So kind of balanced, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
took out a giant spider space alien, but also hurt the native eagle population,
That's one way to
bird
scare
population.
aliens.
Yes, yes,
Throw a can of pesticide in their face.
yes.
That's funny.
They couldn't compensate for that.
That's crazy. Uh, so he's superhumanly durable, of course, has the strength and has organic webbing as well,
Yes,
and a healing
great for
factor.
great for alpining up Monster Volcano, which has a face on of itself of a
Mhm.
monster.
Of
If
course,
you
it's
have noticed
Monster
that,
Island.
yeah. If you have never noticed that, Monster Island Volcano has 2 eyes and a mouth that you fly into.
And sometimes Monster Island's volcano, I've seen it like open up its mouth and come after people, like the
Yes,
Fantastic Four.
as a volcano monster itself. We witnessed that. We took some Instagram photos with it while Raw was
Mhm.
helping us
Like, what's
repel.
up?
Lots of G's and O's in the monster
Mhm.
names and ours.
There are Goom, Godzilla, Foom. Yeah. And
And okay, go ahead.
and so there's not only the beach and mountain climbing. There's a whole subterranea below Monster Island, and you can't go in there by yourself. You'll get lost. So you need the ultimate spelunking director for below Monster Island.
The most famous kicking it off monster and superherodom
Mhm.
is your spelunking director, Giganto. Not to be confused with Gigantus, because he's an aquatic structure. Giganto. Also a deviant mutant. So homegrown,
Yeah, homegrown. He
connected and digs through all the world, the first to take on the Fantastic Four.
right in Fantastic Four #1.
Mm-hmm. He eventually is he the one that no, somebody else adopts a robot baby. That's Tricephalus.
No, he does.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he
Yeah, he
does. He's the
does
one
it.
that adopts the inorganic tech.
Yeah. So he was a big part of the new Fantastic Four story where the Skrulls kidnapped the normal Fantastic Four, and then Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Grey Hulk became the new
Yes.
Fantastic Four because there was a Skrull that had mutant powers or something or other where she could essentially mind control or hypnotize people to do what she wanted. which was that story was all the rage when it came out. Do you remember that?
Yes, it
The
was
new
an awesome
Fantastic
story.
Four.
Yeah,
Everyone was so
because like
excited.
because they had all the hotness,
Hmm.
particularly with the new Ghost Rider coming out, right? And
Yeah,
everybody's like, "Oh my God, Danny
yeah,
Ketch."
and Art Adams on art. So
Hmm.
it was a good looking book.
Indeed.
Yeah, and so Subterranean is interesting because there's caverns and they connect all over the world pretty much. So it allows the mole man to quickly travel almost to wherever he wants, and that's kind of how we got around to. So you could use Monster Island as a pretty good starting point to visit wherever you want in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. All starts at the Mystic Cave and Monster Island, where you can get up
Hmm.
under any major city in the world via tunnels, I assume maintained by the Moloids and dug by other monsters, and you can pop up wherever you want easily, so you don't have to take a plane. There's also one of the portals to Krakoa is also on Monster Island.
Or was
Mhm.
also on Monster
Yeah,
Island.
yeah, yeah, it says.
Yeah, yeah, and there was for a time. It's been destroyed, but Mole Man had built a highly advanced technological city underneath Monster Island with the help of all the ugliest scientists in the world. It was later destroyed, though, because he was building a machine that would um, raise up some of the ocean floor around Monster Island to make it larger, but it would have caused earthquakes and everything. So the Fantastic Four
To make a
destroyed it.
monster continent, to make a
Yeah.
monster continent.
Yep. Monster Continent. But one of the most brightest and beautiful things we saw on Monster Island, though.
Brightest and beautifulest.
Yeah.
There were lots of things. You do you mean culturally wise,
Now
just
the reason
nature wonders?
The reason Mole Man and the Moloids wear those glasses.
Oh, naturally would be the Valley of Diamonds.
Right. Right. It's so bright.
Just all
But
that
yes,
loot.
all that loot. And that's where I guess Mole Man probably gets all the money to do all his, science experiments and build all his machines and pay all those ugly scientists.
If he wanted to, he could collapse the diamond market like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yep.
unfortunate because then even in the blood diamond trade, which would be awesome,
Yeah.
and trade it with them instead of blood diamonds, it'd be the monster diamond trade. So,
Right. Exactly.
which maybe that's the reason he doesn't do it because he don't want people coming and killing all the monsters. Which I can't blame him.
Yeah, I can't blame him either. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he
yeah.
does, even though he is a supervillain, he does really care for the monsters of the island.
Who doesn't care for the monsters?
Right. Exactly.
As members of the UN observation UN station for cryptozological observations, it's our
Hmm.
job to care for the monsters.
Absolutely.
And part of caring for the monsters is paying homage to them at the Temple of the Monsters with all the monks at the monster monastery on the island.
Mm. Yeah. So, you go in for some meditation, time to chill out, no roaring or fire breathing aloud.
No, and this it doesn't show up in any of the Marvel comic books that I know, but I think this is from Godzilla and the Godzilla movies, but they do show up in the Atlas and they're denoted. And the temple's nowhere near the monastery. So
Oh,
it's kind of
interesting. Yeah,
kind of a
that's
little
weird.
dangerous.
Yeah. It did take us a while to get there. Thank goodness Elsa
Yeah.
helped us with that.
Making
And
sure we don't get
luckily we didn't have to slay any monsters while we were there.
yeah.
It was just mostly a trip of avoidance, a lot of hiding. But you get to stay in the castle on Monster Island, and it's very comfortable. And while you're in the castle, you bump into a whole bunch of celebrities. Like we saw so many famous people,
Oh,
all
it's
of them.
it's just like going to Everest, where you see the
Mhm.
people at base camp that just want to get their Instagram pictures.
Right.
You get all the celebrities there. You get the Fantastic Four, old and new,
Hmm.
Adam Warlock and the Infinity Watch. Dupe, Magic, Shadow Cat, Bow,
All right.
Mutants,
You get scrolls, but you don't
Scrolls
always know
Aplenty,
that they're scrolls, but there are scrolls there for sure.
Doctor Doom, Frank
Hmm.
Castle, all the monsters, all the monster watchers.
Yeah, I mean,
Now,
I don't know.
let's.
Adam Warlock was kind of a dick, though, wasn't he?
He's always an asshole, aloof as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
He doesn't like it
yeah.
when you just call him.
No, look at it. It's him.
It's him. Very, very upset. So those are the big attractions. Now off the coast,
Hmm.
there's a little island called Holy Crow Island,
Yeah.
and there's nothing written about it. And I've always wondered, is that actually really Krakoa?
Mm, interesting. Yeah, it's only on the map.
Yep. And it always appears on the maps of near Monster Island.
Interesting. I think I remember it being mentioned in those X-Men books, but they
Maybe.
didn't go to it. It
No.
was only mentioned.
Holy Crow Island is a fictional location in the Marvel Universe database. Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Thank you, AI.
Mm. So, which celebrity did you enjoy meeting the most?
Uh, by far, I always like hanging out with Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Getting my
yeah,
pictures
they were.
taken with the first family of Marvel is always fun.
Yeah, yeah. Invisible Woman. She's always fun to see or not see.
Just she's always doing this.
Hmm.
Always doing the John Cena.
Yeah, and then um, the Infinity Watch was interesting too. You know, Drax, Pip. Pip was fun to drink with, wasn't he?
Always Pip's always the best.
Yeah.
Hanging out at the bar. Everybody's
Moondragon. Moondragon, kind of odd.
well. She's
That's a
she her
crazy bathing suit.
she herself wants to turn into a monster,
Right.
namely a dragon, and eventually does once she finds love.
Yeah, but Pip was a lot of fun.
Yes,
Pip's a
yeah.
man.
I don't know how he gets all the cigars on the island, but he gets them, and all the Cubans.
Hey, Mole Man has his connections, right? He knows people.
Straight to Havana. Straight to Havana. But I got my son, Matan, and most of my
Hmm.
appendages still with me. Coming to the end of my trip at
Hmm.
Monster Island with you. And my favorite beach beer now being Beach Monster from Abomination Brewing. What do you think about the beer you had for $4.99 for a 6-pack?
You know what? For $4.99 for an 8% beer, it's decent, right?
Okay.
I probably wouldn't buy this beer again because there are better beers at this percentage, and I think better IPAs. You know, because there's something to be said about I don't know how you can. I think when you try to do too much, right? It
Yep.
just it just doesn't come out right. And I think
Yeah.
maybe that's what they did here. They you can't take out flavor. If you take something out, something else replaces it.
Gotcha. So the beast of no worlds instead of both worlds.
Yeah, yeah. I'd give it a try if you're out there and you want to, try something new. It's not bad. It's just they did hype it up more than I think. Yeah, it's not living up to the hype. I guess is the best way to put it for me. Now that being said, I don't know how to make beer at all, so it's a million times better than any beer I could ever make.
Well, you
Um,
could take flavors out, I'm sure, when you try to not make beer.
well, I could take all the flavors out. Yeah,
You could just make water.
yeah, I could do that. I've done that. And do that after the show
You've made water.
and
Yes.
make some water.
Beach Monster, very good hazy IPA.
Mhm.
Actually would be good on a beach. Not always the biggest IPA person in the sun, but this is on like a hot beachy sun, but this would be really good. citrusy floral notes with some orange tang to it. Really, really, really well done.
Good. And that was Abomination Brewing, you said, right?
Abomination Brewing out of North Haven, Connecticut. And they're basically one-man gypsy type brewing thing as far as I can tell. So
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they need to get on this show. What are they doing?
Well, maybe they will after they hear Monster Island Comic-Ation stories.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, I really enjoyed Monster Island too. You know, good combination of like chilling on the beach, exploring nature, running for your life. You know, it was definitely a refreshing vacation. It makes you come back and you're grateful to be alive, and that's important.
One of the best ecotourism trails in the world, if you can make it out.
If you can make it out, yeah. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Craven the Hunter Monster Island story.
Well, he does show up on the Staten Island Monster Island to hunt monsters, namely Deadpool and the rest, to take over for Elsa Bloodstone because she hasn't killed them yet.
Gotcha. But a Monster Island story with Craven would be good, though. A true Monster Island story.
Yes. Hunting the biggest of game.
Yeah.
And maybe where it's like the monsters realize he's the hunter and they get to scheme up against him.
Yeah. Like he takes a couple of guys out.
Yeah. And Googam and Goom, son of Goom, have to put away their differences.
Yeah. Googam, son of Goom, is my new second favorite monster. After Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah.
I need to get a t-shirt with Fin Fang Foom on it. I'm going to find one.
I'm sure there's a good one.
Yeah, I need to get one. What color should the shirt be?
Oh, it's got to be green. It's got to be purple on green or green on purple or something. Yeah. Or
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, either green or purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or white is good, or maybe like a little off white.
Or stencil. Yeah.
I will search. What do you wear that shirt with?
Everybody. Well, if you enjoyed our Comic-Ation and traveled with us throughout everything we did today, hit us up and send us an email about us. And so we can send you postcards from our next Comic-Ation from cbcopodcast@gmail.com. Or you can see all our pictures where we hashtag things on Monster Island at cbco_podcast. Or like the pictures of us and Elsa Bloodstone at Instagram on comicbooks_cold ones.
There you go. And thank you all for joining us on the recap of our Comic-Ation to the very first location in superhero Marvel Comics. And Tuesday next on, yeah, gotta wear your Daisy Dukes, everybody. All right. Until next time, keep drinking beers and reading comics.